You're listening to Independent TV 7. Kindly click on the like button and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Independent TV 7. Also, don't forget to click the bell icon to get more notification. Thanks for watching.
Beautiful people, as they go, as they off, yes. And Northerners will never allow Igbo become president. Southeast should support Biafra. Indigenous people of Biafra has lamented. Yes, the IPOB, indigenous people of Biafra, on Wednesday said the Southeast leaders should throw their weight behind actualizing Biafra rather than beg Northerners to support their presidential ambition. It's getting tougher day by day. It will get to a point, this so-called IPOB, they will leave Nnamdi Kanu with those DSS and another person will erupt. Anything they want to do is just for the actualization of Biafra. Let's watch and see how it unfolds. The IPOB said Southeast leaders should realize that the northern oligarchy would never support a Nigerian president of Igbo extraction. Hence, the need to support Biafra. A statement signed by the group's spokesman, Ima Powerful. I know this Ima Powerful is a very stubborn man. And I know he's the second in command to Nnamdi Kanu, the IPOB leader. I know he's always saying Nnamdi Kanu's mind. And there has never been a time or a day whenever he says anything, it will be contradicting what Nnamdi Kanu has said. The remark that the South is prepared to beg for the 2023 presidency would make Igbos a laughingstock by the Northerners. Definitely Powerful said Igbo leaders should push for the freedom of IPOB's leader Nnamdi Kanu rather than beg for the presidency. According to Powerful, the attention of the global movement and family of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, under the command and leadership of our great leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has been drawn to the patriotic moves by the gullible and bigotry Northern and some unreliable elders in Biafran land also, who are begging the Almajiri's elders for president of Nigeria from Igbo stock in 2023. We want to make it categorically clear to desperate Igbo politicians, both elders and self-acclaimed leaders, that IPOB under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not looking for any Nigerian president of Igbo extraction under the present contraption called Nigeria. Yes, again, IPOB will never be a path to their begging and fawning for a transient political office at the detriment of our freedom. They must understand that our singular concern is the unconditional release of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If our elders think they can use IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu to bargain their ways into political office, then they are in for the shock of their life. Yes, it will shock. The video will say he shock to shock them definitely. Basically, we are keenly watching developments and talking about it and also taking record of them all. Some self-appointed Igbo leaders desperate for power in 2023 should refrain from making unguarded utterances that make the entire Igbo race a laughing stock by Northerners. Well, it makes no sense to be desperate over the power shift in 2023 while illustrious Igbo son Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in detention. IPOB members that died did not die because of Igbo presidency of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. They died or they killed or they fought for Biafra. Even if they die, they are happy and even well pleased. What we need at this point and in time like this, it is the unconditional release of our amiable leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is better Igbo politicians or businessmen, elders, traditional rulers, religious rulers, and acclaimed leaders, including Ohaneze Ndigbo, should retrace their steps and carry themselves with dignity all the time. They must realize that the northern oligarchy and the Fulani cabal controlling Nigeria will never allow or support any Igbo man to become president of Nigeria. It doesn't matter how such a stooge wishes to please them, and they have bitterness against the Igbo. So it is better they focus on fighting for Biafra restoration. Yes, even if the minority of the Fulani clan, supports Igbo, I believe those are the illiterate or the educated ones. But as it is, in a general sense, no Fulani man is ready to support Igbo. Yes, that is what it is. And also, any bargains against this divine mandate will not succeed. We call on Igbo politicians, elders, and traditional rulers, including Ohaneze Ndigbo, to come back. and there is no road in that path they are trolling, which is if they like it or not, Igbo presidency is not even is not in support of the northern, because they will not especially the Fulanis, they will not. So it is better Igbo politicians, businessmen, elders, traditional rulers, religious leaders, and acclaimed leaders, including Ohanaeze Ndigbo, should retrace their steps and carry themselves and with dignity all the time. Which has been said by Ima Powerful, that the Igbo should, rather, focus on their Biafra agitation. And Nnamdi Kanu also has really done nothing. Also, he should be released unconditionally. That is their plight, and that's what they stand for. If definitely God is going to allow them or the Igbos become the president of the country, and they don't, want to stress themselves over that. What they need is the unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu, and that's all. Then let things unfold itself. And that is what it is. And some, entity and going behind the door to make sure that yes, Nnamdi Kanu does not come out. Yes, my Powerful also of opinion that there are some Igbo elite that don't even know what they really want just because of their pocket. I would say starting from Dave Umahi and Hope Uzodinma, Ima Powerful has said it in several statements that they are not really ready for the restoration of Biafra, but from reactions that is stolen and what we know about this so-called contraption called Nigeria. This is self-determination. Well, that is true. Though the elders and the selfish politicians are trying to fulfill formalities by doing so and doing good in the eyes of the Fulani, thereby trying to know if the Igbos are really needed in Nigeria or not. But I tell you the truth. Egos are not needed in Nigeria because the power that be in Nigeria don't want a progressive race to ascend the throne of leadership in Nigeria. They know that if any Igbo man is made the president of Nigeria in a bid and space of 3 years, the nation will be transformed and no one will be talking of Ruga and cattle routes in Nigeria, and no one will be talking about loot because everybody will be standardized. Yes, everybody would rather build or encourage economy growth because the Igbos have the industrial economy because they are industrialized. They know what industrialization simply means. Even if they are borrowing money, they know how to channel the money, and there's not going to be going abroad doing whatever you wish to do with Nigerians' money. Taxpayers' money will be channeled, to the direct or the right direction. Yes, that is what it is. And meanwhile, in the space of 3 years, the nation will be transformed, and no one will be talking about cattle rustling. Well, what is cattle rustling? Does it add anything to the country economy? Aside that, that's a personal business. Well, any progressive region that wants to prosper, we have to have the opportunity to attain their goals. In fact, Biafra nation is the best for the Igbos. That's what this person is saying. Well, as it is, you made your point, but what I don't like is your spelling of the word Igbo. The same way Antichrist spells Xmas instead Christmas. Instead of you applying the anti-Igbos instead of Igbo, okay. This one is talking about the personal Igbo. Okay, now. Thank God for God that has restored everyone, and thank God for the Igbos that know their left from the right. And basically, if everybody can stand and have one voice, definitely this Igbo race will be achieved. And that is what is coming from the comment section. So many Igbos are of the opinion that Nnamdi Kanu should be released unconditionally because every part and parcel of the Igbo land, is dominated by industrialists. It is not by coming to media to treat or to threaten people that they want or tired of any empty comments. Okay, this person, I really don't know what he is trying to say. Well, that's right. We will beat and will never allow you to cry. The Biafra, okay, this one is against the Biafra. Okay, IPOB should not start the dancing when the music is not yet played. Where are the northern states, Plateau State, and Benue State, Milbet, Faraba, and Nasarawa State, part of the north today? They are not at all, because the manner they are killing these people never show that the north has anything to do with them. Let the writer stop talking about North as entity that speaks and fights for the rights of the citizens of the state. I made mention of them. Okay, now that is the opinion of so many people. Well, the truth, we should all get involved and get Biafra done and leave this contraption called Nigeria. And that is what the egos of this distraction saying. This is where I'm going to draw the curtain. Thanks for listening and God bless you.